Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. I wanted to introduce you to a new star. Actually, you've probably seen him in many movies, but you're not quite sure his name. Brenton Thwaites. A lot of people are going to know your name now. This is for The Giver. Now, this is based on a best-selling book. You growing up in Australia, I think you said you really didn't have a chance to read it. But when you did finally read the book, what resonated with you? What kind of caught your attention?
Well, for all the Aussie distributors, I have to say that I wasn't a huge reader as a kid. You know, the book was probably available, I just didn't read it. Disclaimer alert. I read it when I found out about the film, and I guess just for more research, but as I read it, you kind of get this very soft, comfortable feel as you read the introduction to the community. And you're comfortable reading it, you're happy, and you wonder why these characters would change their lives, you know. But obviously, as the book goes on, you sense this dark, subtextual energy, and you start to ask questions. You know, what does being released mean, and why are they doing the things they do? Why do they have to get up and talk about their dreams in the morning, and why do they have to talk about their day at night? We do those things anyway, but it's a specific time that they do it, and everything's ordered and meticulously constructed in this world.
You know, on surface, it's funny, Brendan, because you think, oh my God, it's like a utopian society. Everything's perfect. There's no wars, there's no crime, there's no hunger, and yet there's no individuality. Everybody kind of has to dress the same. You have to think the same. And as a free spirit, which you seem to be, that's kind of dangerous in a way. I mean, you kind of lose your sense of individuality.
Yeah, you do. I guess that's why it's a dystopia. And you know, I think the one thing we have in this world that that I love is the art and the freedom of expression. And so I guess that's the question. That's the idea behind the book. Is individually being free is the utmost importance. I guess you've got to try and be yourself and be comfortable with who you are. And I think that Jonas learns that throughout the story.
How comfortable were you with the baby? Because you have a lot of sequences with that little baby. I presume they actually used a real infant?
No, they did. Beautiful twins, James and Alex. And man, you fall in love with these kids as you work with them for so long. When the mum first put the baby in my arms, I think it was James, instantly started crying. For the first week would just be, if we want the baby to cry, let's put them in Brenton's arms. But as we kind of shoot with them for hours every day, you really fall in love with these kids, and you kind of have to be patient because it takes a while for them to warm up or get the emotion or stop crying or get it to cry. Just put it in Brenton's arms.
And now let's go the other end of the spectrum real quick.
Yeah.
For our last question is from the baby to the more seasoned veterans of the team, and that's Meryl Streep and Jeff Bridges. For you as an actor, how cool was it to work off them? What did they give you? What were the moments that kind of accelerated your own performance?
Well, I guess I've always loved Jeff's energy in films, and he's got such a great heart, and speaking of heart, I saw Crazy Heart like probably a year before I did the film, and it really touched me. It was such a beautiful story, and you really get a sense of what Jeff's like as an actor, and that's his role that he won his award for and whatever, but I don't know, he just carries this great energy about him to set, and what I learned from him was, no matter how stressful things get or how gnarly shooting gets or how tired you are, if you can carry that somehow, carry that great energy and that sense of fun and playfulness, it just brings so much more to your performance. It's easier to connect with, I think, audiences.
Well, I can't congratulate you enough. The movie's terrific. The Giver, Brenton Thwaites.
Thank you, man.
You're going to be seeing a lot of this guy in the future. Appreciate it.
Thank
This
you.
is Scott Orlin. Until next time.